It's time for Forsberg's 4. What you got, Chris?
It's trying to be positive. I try to bring some positivity, especially with Abby here. I want to talk about the 4 numbers that have me the most optimistic about the second half of the season and maybe this little surge the Celtics are on. And we'll start with plus 21.9. That is the Celtics net rating over 174 minutes through 14 games with the starters on the floor. So we know COVID, injuries, all this stuff they haven't had. Marcus, Rob, Jason, Jalen, and Al out there very much. But when they have been, their defensive rating 91.3, which is just absurd. Only Minnesota has a better 5-man lineup. And I just feel like, as much as I don't love double bigs, it's worked. And so as long as Ime knows how to stagger Rob and Al after that initial burst, I think it's worked out well. And let's face it, second best 5-man lineup in the league, it should be leading to wins.
So far, the key to that, Rob Williams. We heard Jason Tatum last night.
I didn't say it.
Your guy, talking about how much he loves playing with Rob Williams and what a difference he makes in that lineup. All right, that's one.
Yep,
What's
number two. 49.1. And that's what the Celtics are shooting on all non-corner three-pointers over the last 2 games. Now, okay, super small sample size. I know everyone's going to yell at me at this, but 27 of 55. And here's why that's wild. For the season, the Celtics rank 24th overall in the NBA, shooting only 32.6% on non-corner threes. Since January 1, that number's up to 36.2, about 11th best in the NBA. But to shoot 50% over the last 2 games, I know the Wizards aren't very good at defending. I know the Sacramento certainly isn't very good at defending. But it's encouraging to see guys knock down threes, and it's not just the usual guys like Grant, as we see right there. It's been Jason and Jalen getting going, and this is just a radically different team when those 2 guys are making threes. The Celtics need to figure out how do they bottle this up. I'm not asking them to shoot 50% the rest of the year, but they can be above league average from non-corner three-pointers. That's a huge boost for this team. Especially
after the season that they have had shooting, I am going to enjoy seeing the ball go through the basket.
Number 3, it's actually plus 3.0, and that is Boston's point differential this season. Now, it was about plus 1.2 like before this Washington-Sacramento's little double dip, but they've won these games so convincingly, it's all the way up to plus 3, and that's the 9th best in the NBA this season, ahead of Brooklyn, Chicago, and Charlotte in the East alone. So it shows you that Celtics should be pretty good.
I know.
The way they're playing, and actually, if you look at their expected win, it's 4.1 more than what they've got. So right now, if the Celtics had won the games they should have, they'd be 29-20, and they'd be like jockeying with Brooklyn and Milwaukee for maybe the 3rd seed in the East. Instead, they're, 8th, 7th, whatever it is right now.
And that's why you bring it up, because net rating is the indicator of a good team.
And point differential. Like, all these things matter. And if the Celtics just play to their level and don't collapse in the 4th quarter and don't have wild swings in intensity, they might do something in the second half of the season.
It's a lot of don'ts, Forsberg. All right, what's the fourth
number is 64.7. I needed to get Marcus Smart in here. I know we're going to talk about him a bunch coming up, but that is Boston's true shooting percentage the last 2 games when Marcus is on the floor. I think he has been excellent as a playmaker and just sort of buying into how can I get the best shots possible for my teammates, which is all you want from your point guard. And I know all the Marcus Smart haters are out there going, he shoots too many threes, he misses the ball. And yes, he's had a down year, shooting only 30-something% from 3-point range, and he needs to get better with that. But the last 2 games, he's shown how to be the perfect version of Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart haters? Those are not my friends.
No, they're not allowed on Celtics Post Up.
No. What an impact Marcus has made just in these 2 games, and not only on the court, but also off of it, just giving Jason and Jalen a boost of confidence before that game.
Gives me a confidence boost.
I miss Marcus. I love Marcus. You know me.